I thought people were joking about that Sephora commercial with Mariah Carey in it. They are not joking. I heard someone say, is this play about us? It is. They had a choice to make. They could have still used Mariah Carey in their commercial. They still could have tried to make you part with your money, but they could have done it in a way that was not poking fun at the working class. And they chose to do the one where they poke fun at people's mental health and with the working class, the plight of the working class. Picture it, Sicily. Mariah Carey walks on the screen. She sees a Sephora bag tipped over. There's some luxury goods in there, but there's things missing. And she's like, who's the thief? And it's this elf, famous comedian, and he's got bags. And he says, in retaliation, basically, in retaliation for everything that corporate America, you have put us through this year, I'm stealing your shit, I'm pawning it to pay for therapy. And Mariah Carey basically says, what are you, poor or something? You can't cancel Christmas, completely ignoring what the person just said. I can't afford healthcare. And then she like gets on a sleigh and like turns into Santa or something. Big smile on her face, does one of these. You can't cancel Christmas. What are you, a poor? Completely doesn't address his plight. Fuck that guy. Gets out of there. Can't cancel Christmas. Meanwhile, this is released on the same day that SNAP benefits are cut, and people are actually having to consider if they're going to be able to afford Christmas. See how bright she is? You see how dark he is? He's the bad guy. He says Santa's helper quit, and basically he had to absorb all the work. He has suffered because you're overworking me and you're underpaying me. And the only way that I can pay for therapy is by stealing your shit and pawning it. You know what they could have done? What the other thing is that they could have done? Still using Mariah Carey, still trying to convince you to part with your money, still using this guy even. She could show up on his door on like Christmas Eve, bright and wonderful and sunshiny, and he could be dark, wearing a shirt with holes in it, looks like he hasn't taken a shower in days, and she can be like, what's wrong? And he'll be like, I'm not really in the Christmas spirit. And then she could be like, you can't cancel Christmas. And then she's got her Sephora bag and it's got a bunch of self-care items in it, and they have a little spa day, and she's got an LED light mask. That's a high ticket item, right? And there's like lotions and potions, some face masks, some mitten masks, feet masks, bath bombs. She makes him take a bath while she reads a book or eats a bonbon. Looking out for her friend because he's in a bad mental health situation. He's kind of low. And then you make it like a selfless thing. Like, hey, we really still want you to part with your money. It would be real selfish if you didn't go and find your friend that's in a worse position than you and help them. And you could do that by buying our shit, right? Still touches on the same shit. Mariah Carey is the light. This guy's the dark, and there's a mental health element. But instead of mean girling you and being like, you can't cancel Christmas, what are you, poor? They could have been like, you know what you need? A little self-care. I got you all of this shit from Sephora, and you're gonna feel better. And by the end, he'll be bright as well. And he'll feel brand new, and then he'll suddenly wanna go and paint the town red, because now that he's cared for himself, he feels better too. That's how you could have done it, Sephora. That's how they could have done it, Sephora. And they chose not to. They chose to appeal to the part of you that would feel like you were missing out, that would make you feel cast out. Oh, what? You don't have a credit card? You can't pay for stuff? Oh, did you lose your job? But you're saying that you can't buy makeup? You can't do glam? You're too poor to do glam? Because she says in the commercial, like, we're still doing glam. So if you don't buy a new haul, you can't do glam. Don't fall for it. They had a choice. They have an entire team. They have a marketing team. Marketing is their whole fucking thing. And they chose to go the mean girl route, hoping that your self-esteem issues will drive you to overextend yourself, put yourself into debt to buy shit from them, when they could have done the altruistic version. Christmas is about giving. Gift Sephora to your friends and help them pull themselves out of a rut. It's a hard time for people. So be that friend who puts themselves into debt to buy shit from Sephora to make their friend feel better. It's selfless. That's the Christmas spirit. They still could have been slimy and made you part with your money, but they wanted to make fun of the working class. Let that be the only thing you need to know. When you know that someone's trying to play you, that should be the end of the story.